I remember when I was watching 2012, you going to Tuscaloosa and you upset Alabama. It was your first year in the SEC, Texas A&M. You guys are 2 touchdown underdogs. You guys are ranked and everything, so it's not like this is out of nowhere. But what was the vibe heading into that game against Alabama? Did you guys expect to go in there and beat them the way you did, building an early lead and holding them off, or were you kind of surprised at how it all transpired?
I remember this like it was yesterday. We were getting on the bus to go to Tuscaloosa, and I remember there was a quote from the movie 300. It was give to them nothing, but take from them everything. And I think that's just kind of where we were at that time. We were 15.5 point underdogs, playing really good football, by the way, but not given much of a chance to go in there. What do we really have to lose? And I think that mantra kind of just leaked over and oozed into that whole locker room that day. If you watch that game, the second half, we scored 20 points the first quarter, first half, get out to a huge lead. And then from there, we only score, it's 29-24. So we only score 9 more points, the rest of the game. That game came down to a penalty that we got on a punt that was going to give them the ball back with probably 50 minutes left and 50 seconds left. And they had scored on every single drive. So such a great team win when I think about it to this day. But what do we really have to lose? We're 15.5 point underdogs going into Tuscaloosa. May as well let it rip.
Yeah, 100%. And then obviously this gets A&M off to this dream start in the SEC, kind of a tentpole moment, leads to, the revamping. Kyle Field reopens. And I know there was a lot of talk when it was coming out that people were saying there should be, whether it's the house that Johnny built or there should be a Manziel statue, anything. Do you think that maybe you deserve a little bit more credit for getting A&M to where they are today? Now look at this, top recruiting classes year over year, really now a fixture in the college football landscape. Do you think you deserve maybe a little bit more credit for that with what you did in 2012?
I think when you think about Texas A&M, you think about Texas A&M football. I think I get maybe more credit than I deserve. So I don't think I need any more than, I already get. I think, I was a piece of a team that sparked a great run for Texas A&M that set us up for success and set us up for, where we are today, which is a very bright future. So, whether, my time there and me winning that Heisman Trophy that year, set us up for great things. I am an Aggie. I am one of a ton of great players who have walked through those halls. Before me, there's Von Miller, Luke Jokel, Jake Matthews, Mike Evans, Miles Garrett. So the list goes on. I feel like I do get my due credit. And, I feel like I did have play a huge part in what Texas A&M looks like today, what that stadium looks like today. But no, I don't think I deserve any more credit than I already get. I think I get plenty.
Yeah, and you win the Heisman Trophy, so I feel like that's a solid amount of credit there. Talking NIL now and the growth of it and where it is today, and again, you're one of these lightning rod college football players, someone that is just coming in to college football, whether it's someone like Arch Manning at Texas, a freshman quarterback, and he's signing all these NIL deals. Is there a piece of advice you'd give to someone that's coming in with so much hype and so much star power and all this money's coming to them at such a young age? Anything you would want to bestow on them as they head into this process?
Yeah, there's no money that you're going to make in college that's going to outweigh the money that you would go make if you get to the NFL and you get to that second contract after your, it may seem like, coming in as a freshman at college, coming into your school, that $1 million is going to, change your life, or you're rich, or you're this or that, and I've seen some coaches and some other guys throughout college football, Nick Saban and some other guys, kind of talk about, this is small money compared to what you have the opportunity to go make if you do things the right way, if you stay committed to your team, if you work hard, if you do all the little things that you need to do. The NIL money that you're going to make is nothing compared to what you can go do in the NFL. So for me, I think, it helps the little guy out, the guy that doesn't have the opportunity or doesn't have the means. It's life-changing for your college experience, but at the end of the day, you can't get focused on just the money that you're going to make in college. You know, there's so much um, more to college sports that I thought were so special. The camaraderie you have with the teammates, the grind, the bond, you know, playing for the school. Um, you know, I think the money now has made things a little bit messy. I think it's very um, interesting, and we're such at an early development of this whole thing too. In my personal opinion, you know, this has only been out for a couple years. They're still trying to fine tune and tweak how this goes. You know, you look at the transfer portal and all this stuff. So it has taken, you know, a little bit away of the, you know, old school ways of college football that I did like. But at the end of the day, you know, I do love that it is. You know, giving kids an opportunity to um, maybe grow up a little sooner and also, you know, have some money in your pocket. There's nothing wrong when you're bringing so much, you know, as a whole, you're bringing so much money to the table for everybody else.
Yeah. And back to your career now, you leave Texas A&M and you go to the NFL. You go to Cleveland Browns first round. This is a franchise that has had a lot of quarterback history in terms of turning over and finding new answers, and they keep trying to find lightning in a bottle. Do you think being drafted by Cleveland was that almost a fork in the road moment for you in your professional career? Do you think that maybe the pressure of the failures with Cleveland in the past at quarterback maybe kind of put you in the wrong headspace going into it? Do you think maybe if you went somewhere else that could have maybe changed the outcome of your professional career?
You know, it's hard to say. You know, I don't think I ever looked at this, you know, long list that there was a quarterback, you know, there was a, you know, cloud hanging over anybody who played quarterback in Cleveland. I don't know if I ever really looked at it that way. You know, I think just from a personal standpoint, where I was in my life and the way that things went, you know, I wasn't able just to be the best person and the best quarterback I needed to be to go out, you know, be in the building every day and go out and play my best football. So, you know, I definitely, you know, wholeheartedly played my best football at Texas A&M, you know, and I never really got to emulate that again, just with the way things went in my time in Cleveland.
You can learn more about Johnny's career at Texas A&M and Cleveland, all at Untold Johnny Football, which drops next week. Really pumped to watch it all. Johnny, thanks again for the time, man. Best of luck.
We appreciate you, my friend. Thank you.